Hello and welcome to StartupToken interview. I'm here with Hamid from Dether. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, and you? Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
So, can you tell us a bit about your background for a viewer? Where do you come from and what have been your previous project before we talk about Dether?
So, my name is Hamid. I've been involved in the Ethereum community for the past 2 years. And I created Dether with Mehdi, my co-founder. And we've previously actually worked together on proof of concept for big corporate companies, mostly bank, insurances, doing blockchain projects. So basically we were teaching them what is blockchain technology and how to use it to have a viable product on testnet and then go on mainnet on production. Then we got involved into more ICO-based projects. So we worked as contractors for iExec, which is a French startup that did an ICO last year. And then the idea of Dether came when we were actually thinking about cryptocurrency and remittance. So we thought we must do something for this and let's just do it.
I see. So basically you were involved a bit like trying to spread the adoption. That's why did you want to work with the blockchain? Why was blockchain for you such a new thing and why were you so interested by it?
It's a very good question. I think because blockchain technology gives power back to people. Because it's decentralized, because you cannot control it as a company, a government, or an entity. People who participate into the ecosystem have a real power over their data, their fund, etc. So I thought that if we can use it for good reasons, it could be amazing in a way to improve social, economic issues that the world actually face right now.
So could you, for example, give us one good example that could be solved by the blockchain right now and maybe even is being solved?
One of the examples I usually give is something my cousin in Algeria was talking about, because during the Arab Spring, he wanted to build a decentralized social network. Because, they were using Facebook
to track on people.
Yeah, but the police would actually find them through Facebook, through, the groups, whether they are public or private. They could just sneak in and know who is leading the demonstrations, for example, and they would get arrested.
Who is the leader, who is giving all the...
Yeah, exactly. So basically the information is centralized and the government has the ability to have access to it. So what he wanted to do is a decentralized social network, kind of like what Akasha right now is doing, so that everyone should be equal in participating into this social network. So basically you have power over your data and you can fully express yourself, so you don't feel like you have to fear censorship, for example. So I like this example because it really shows that many people all over the globe have really good ideas on how to improve things around the world, and they want to use blockchain technology for that.
I see. What is your opinion on government blockchains? For example, we see Russia getting a lot of interest into the space. Yeah. We have seen, Venezuela and all those actors trying to spread. Even Israel is getting on. Those kind of countries So what's your opinion on that?
I think that we definitely need regulation. The idea that you can use blockchain technology without any regulation doesn't make sense, because we think that, for example, the crypto world is kind of like the wild west, but I think as long as we don't have a certain amount of regulation, let's say, we won't reach mass adoption. I think of my parents, my grandparents, and I think if tomorrow they will use a blockchain in a solution in their daily lives, so let's imagine they would use, for example, a blockchain-based Uber when they actually use a taxi driver. I think you need regulation, because if they are using cryptocurrency and if the private key is in their device, we need to know if the state can actually recognize the blockchain as a safe ledger, for example. If the fact that your private key is in your device makes you responsible for your phone or the company, etc. These are real questions that we face today at Dether, and we think that we definitely need regulation for that, so that people can adopt it.
But your project, so can you explain your project in a few words? Let's get into your project a bit.
So Dether is a decentralized ecosystem of crypto buyers, sellers, and physical shops. So basically what we're trying to build is a bridge between any fiat currency and cryptocurrency. Because today, you know, we have centralized exchanges like Kraken or Coinbase. But a lot of people complain about these for different reasons. Services, KYC, bank transfer takes time. It's also centralized, which is the opposite of, you know, blockchain philosophy. Yeah. We also have decentralized exchanges like Ether, Delta, but they have a really problem in terms of user experience. And if you have fiat currency, you cannot access to decentralized exchanges. They only accept, they only accept cryptocurrency. Ether mostly. So what we're trying to build is a solution for everyone who has a smartphone and cash, so that you can actually look on the map, the closest crypto sellers around you, buy cryptocurrency in a peer-to-peer way with cash. And then if you are a shop, you can also accept cryptocurrency as a means of payment.
All right. So if I understand correctly, I could just have your app on my phone and buy a Ether without any previous knowledge of cryptocurrency.
Yeah. And if you are an Ether holder, as a European, for example, you can sell Ether to these individuals wherever you go, whether it's in Europe, in Africa, South Asia, America, wherever you go. You can find around you buyers and you can
local
exchange.
Money.
Yeah, exactly. For local money.
That's a great idea.
Exactly.
Well, what's on the technical side? What do you think is the specificity of your product?
Yes.
What makes your product unique, and what do you think will bring your product to be a change in the space?
I think what makes it unique is that we have a very decentralized philosophy. So what we tried to do from day one is to only power Dether by smart contracts. For example, we released an alpha a couple months ago. Now we are working on the mainnet version, and there is no backend. It's only powered by Ethereum smart contracts. So whether it's for the conversations between the users, we don't want to read them. Whether it's for holding the money, we don't hold it. Users have power over the funds. The rating system also is decentralized based on a smart contract. So
you don't have to worry about security because it's native security.
No, we do worry about security because you can hack a smart contract, of course. But yeah, having a backend we see it is more dangerous for people for security reasons, and it gives us power, and other users don't have the power.
So these are the true decentralized mean of exchange.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. But at the same time, like I was saying, regulation is important. So when you talk about regulations, it means that you also need to have a certain amount, let's say, of centralization. So we actually trying to balance both of them, but still giving power back to users and not to a centralized entity.
Right. You've done your ICO about a month ago, and you raised about 15,000 Ether.
Yes, exactly.
What have you been doing since?
So we basically promised to our community that after the ICO, after the token sale, we would actually release the mainnet version of Dether. So we've been working really hard on it, both for physical shops. So we are going to release Dether for shops first. It will enable physical shops to actually register themselves on the Dether ecosystem by using the token. So this is the first part of the mainnet version. And the second one is the ecosystem of the crypto sellers and buyers. So I can show you actually.
Yes, please.
I have it on my mobile app. It's the new Dether wallet where you can actually use it for tokens and cryptocurrency, so Ether. Because our goal is also to enable an easy access to tokens. Because imagine you are an African and you find a dApp that actually solves a problem that you face, but you are unbanked. So you can actually use Dether to buy token with cash easily. One of the other things we are working on with a great team is a stable token, because a stable token in Dether is a very important element for remittance, for example. If you want to buy a stable token with cash and send it to your family abroad so that you can send them some money, and they don't want to face the cryptocurrency volatility.
Yeah, it's one of the main issues to find a stable coin for people to exchange without avoiding the volatility.
And it's also a very, very big barrier for shops. When we talk to physical shops owners and networks of shops, the first thing they tell you is, we like cryptocurrency, it's trendy, we want to target the crypto community, but we don't want volatility, we don't want to lose money. So we are working on a system that easily switch cryptocurrency to a stable coin for shops as well.
Right now, your main point of focus is on shops, if I understand. You want to explain?
The next release we're going to have in a couple weeks is going to be Dether for shops. So basically, if you are a shop owner, you will be able to stake the token in order to appear on the Dether map, the Dether ecosystem. This, for now, is for those who already accept crypto as a means of payment or that exchanges it for fiat currency and vice versa. So for example, we have a partner in Australia that has 1,200 shops that does it already. Nice. And it will be the opportunity for them to now target the crypto community on Dether. And then we're going to release the wallet, what I just showed you, for the tellers, so that now people in certain countries will be able to buy and sell cryptocurrency for cash and go to these stores to actually sell, buy crypto or spend it there.
Amazing. So maybe we could talk about your vision for your protocol in a few years, because this is basically one application, the exchange, but you must have some picture in your head of what you want to be built on your protocol.
Exactly. More than a mobile phone app, what we're trying to build with Dether is really the protocol. What's a protocol in the case of Dether is that it's going to be used by many dApps and also centralized projects. For example, one of the first company that got in touch with us is actually Coinbase, because they built an Ethereum mobile app called coach.He. It's like a wallet where people can chat together and you have like different bots. And with them, we worked on building a chatbot that actually uses our smart contracts and that tells you where is the closest Ether seller around you. Because they also face this issue of how do you make sure that people all over the globe have access to Ethers, to cryptocurrency. So they wanted to use our protocol to do that because they know that we are creating this. So now the idea is that whether you are a dApp team and you face crypto cash in or cash out issues for your token or for cryptocurrency in general, you will be able to plug your system into ours so that you can benefit from our network of crypto seller, buyer, and shops. And we will also give you actually the ability to onboard new users on it as well.
So you really want to be a global mean of peer-to-peer exchange. That's a great idea. And thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
That was really great. Do you have a word, ending word for...
To the Startup Token community? Yes, I just wanted to thank everyone. I know you guys are doing an amazing job by building a very decentralized community all over the globe, passionate by blockchain technology. So thank you guys and see you soon.
Okay, thank you very much. So it was Hamid from Dether and Sebastien from StartupToken. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.